Hi, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. So the planners you see in front of you are the planners that I will be using for 2023. As you can see, it's a lot, but about half of them you won't see, I won't be sharing in 2023 because they're just a little bit more personal. So this is going to be my everyday planner, which I will show you in a minute. So this is a Happy Planner Classic. This is my fitness exercise Happy Planner. It's undated. This is my Hobonichi cousin. This is actually the 5-year Hobonichi A6 size, which I just started. This is the Hobonichi 5-year cousin size. I will show you this in a minute. This is also my Hobonichi. It's a zip cover, and I've been using this as my book journal, books that I've read. So I will do a flip through the sky. In here is my A6 Hobonichi Techo diary. This is the Midori Hibino, which I've been using as a writing journal. I'm hoping to self-publish at the end of the year, maybe next year. And then this is Bruce's journal. So I'm going to take these all off, do a quick... Okay, so the two I have in front of you are my Happy Planner Classics. These are what my husband gifted me for Christmas. So this is an undated fitness planner, exercise planner. And then this is going to be, I guess, my everyday planner where I kind of write stuff down. My intent when I talked about it last year was to try to narrow down the amount of planners that I was using. But it turned out that I did not like having everything squished into one book. So far, it's been working well. So let me show you this guy first. So that's the front of the page. I still need to fill this out. I haven't decided how I wanted to fill it out, so I left it blank. And again, it's undated. So they gave you the stickers, which I put over here on the tabs. And then these are from a Happy Planner, like letter book, sticker book. And then the stamps, because they're blank, like this. Humble-chan, Humble, thank you so much for these stamps. We did a small gift exchange last month for our dogs and for ourselves, to each other. And so she gifted me some stamps and the ink pad. And so I went ahead and stamped in January. Again, I want to put stuff in here, but I'm not too sure what to put here because, so this is the first week of January. So here's the first, this is the last week of December, and I had started to use it, but I forgot to date it. So I probably should go back and do that. So up here I have my steps, my weight. This here is your focus. I'm using it to track my sleep and the amount of sleep that I'm getting with light sleep, deep sleep when I'm actually awake, and then the total amount of sleep that I got. I wear a tracker on my wrist that helps track all that because I'm still feeling tired in the morning and just trying to figure out why. Over here I have weekly habit stickers. And then this is your food log. So I've been doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snacks down here. And then the very bottom column, row, I've been tracking my exercise. I don't exercise on weekends because my husband's home and it's kind of hard to do anything. But I've been keeping up with it. I have room to add one more thing, but I don't know what else I want to track. So for now, I'm not doing that. So this is for last week. This is for this week. And same thing. My weekly habits are over here. My steps and weights are up here. So today's Friday, so I don't have my steps down, obviously. And then I haven't exercised yet, so I plan to do that after I finish filming. But again, the layout still looks the same. So steps, weight, my sleep is here with light sleep, deep sleep, actual sleep, total sleep, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and then exercise down here on the bottom. So far, I've been keeping up with it, and I'm hoping I will keep up with it. I've noticed that if I eat something, exercise, whatever I do, as soon as I do it, when I'm done, I pull this out and fill it out. If I've noticed, because again, I've been trying to keep track of what I do, that if I don't do it right away after I finish doing it, it doesn't get in here. So that's what I've been trying to do to keep up with the pages. So this is my exercise. And then this is the, again, I think this is called Cozy Pets from Happy Planner, classic size again. So this is what it looks like. For this, I'm thinking about doing birthdays, important things that I need to remember, but again, I haven't filled it out because I'm just not too sure if that's how I want to fill it out. I want to fill this out, but again, not too sure what I want to do. This is the monthly layout. Again, didn't really decorate it other than putting down like our street cleaning. My mom's birthday was yesterday. We have our water delivery, my husband's jobs that he does on weekends, Bruce's flea, Heart Med. But I didn't decorate this, and I'm planning on filling this out as things happen. So this is, once again, the last week of December, first day of January, a little bit of washi, stickers, and so you can see what it looks like. I did buy some Happy Planner sticker books because they had this massive sale. I think, was it the last week of December? And so I started using them. Some of these are my own stickers that I've made. Packages are over here. And then we've been getting a lot of rain, which we need here in California. So I've been marking that down. And then this is for this week. Let me take this out so you can see what this week looks like. And packages are over here again. And I don't pre-plan in advance. I don't pre-decorate in advance. And what I've been doing to keep up with this also is once my husband leaves for work early in the morning, I generally have these set out, and then I start filling them in of what I plan to do that day. So like today I need to do laundry, I need to check work emails, pay bills, I need to clean my kitchen nook table, and then I have some empty boxes. I need to decide if I want to throw them out or use them out in the back garden. And then yesterday it was raining cats and dogs, and so I had little stickers of cats and dogs. And so I drew a rain cloud to indicate that it was the heaviest day of rain that we've received was yesterday. And so yeah, so you can sort of see what I've done. And so tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna pull out my sticker books and then decide what I need to do for that day. So this is sort of how I plan, which is why I never do a pre-plan or plan with me video, because again, I don't plan in the middle of the week, and I do it daily as the on the day that we're on. So this is what this looks like. And I'm just gonna stack them here. Let me put him back under here. So the next one I want to show you is the A6 weekly supplement that I've been using for Bruce in his little planner journal. So in case you didn't know, Bruce is my English Bulldog. He is a rescue, and we've had him now, I think, for 5 years. We adopted him in 2018. So is that 5? It's about 5 years. It'll be 5 years in October. And so Bruce has a heart condition. He has a grade 5 heart murmur. And so I like to keep track of his, when he goes to the bathroom, when he drinks, because he doesn't drink a lot of water during the day. He drinks a lot at one time. And so in case the vet asks, you know, how he's been eating, drinking, anything like that, I can let them know. So this is how I use the A6 weekly supplement. It's this guy right here. And so again, I keep track like this. His water's down here. This is for last week. He had his heart flea meds on the 1st. And so I keep track like this. And then back here, so this book is the Hobonichi Blank Notebook. And in here is his medical history, since we've adopted him, rescued him. that I keep track. So if his vet or his cardiologist asks when something happened, if he had his shots or whatever, I can look in this notebook and let them know when I didn't do it. And it's been really, really helpful. His cardiologist really appreciates that I've been doing that, so that if they have any questions, instead of having to reach out to my vet, I can let them know because I have it written down. Now in here is the A6 Techo. I'm using this as my diary, so I won't show you that. What I will show you is the monthly layout, which I've been using as a daily gratitude. And I have this beside my bed. So this is for December. Again, not shy with the washi. I'm trying to use up my stickers. I am placing myself on a no buying for 2023. And the only thing that I will be able to purchase is the Hobonichi in September, October, November, right? Depending on the release of their covers. And I actually bought in December, I bought a new Traveler's Notebook. I don't know if I'm gonna do an unboxing of that when I receive it later this month, but I bought that last year. But other than that, I don't plan on buying anything for this year. This is for this month, just really, really plain. I have this by my bed so that when I fill out my diary, I try and think of something positive, good for that day, and then write it down. So hopefully I will have the monthly layouts filled out at the end of the year. So that is in my diary. Now this is the Midori Hibino. This is a 2-page, 1-day layout. So you can see it's pretty thick compared to the Hobonichi Techo. Now this is one that you won't see every week because this is my writing journal. I write every day. And so I can't show you what I did previously, but I will show you my layout for this particular planner. So it looks like this. Again, it's 1 day on 2 pages. I put my word count over here. The scene that I'm working on is right there. And then what's next is my ideas for this particular scene or what I want to happen next. I will put down here. Over here on this side, I keep track of my word count of when I start, stop, end word, and then my total count. I don't do sprints, but I just write and then I stop when I need to stop, and then I'll keep track of it over here. And then over here is the pages of where I'm at when I started writing, and then where I'm at the end of the day. If I don't fill this part out and I have room, I will put down my thoughts of what I've done, written, and then maybe where I want to go. And then the next day, I will do the same thing. So this is one that you will not see for the rest of the year because this is, again, a little bit personal. Now in here is my A6 5-year. I created a cover for it instead of buying a cover. And so as you can see, I cut up a cardboard. This is scrapbook paper, and then I taped it down with like packing tape to make it stiff because I really like, this reminds me of Vegas. So wanted to keep it safe. And this one I don't think I can show you either. So this is my writing journal also. Different from this one because in this one I am keeping track of my actual journey of hoping to self-publish at the end of the year / next year, depending how quickly I can finish my stories. And I wanted to track that journey. So every day I will write down how I felt that day, if I like how my story is going. And this might actually become a 10-year because on the right side, I am not doing anything. So that is this one. And again, you won't see this one at all for the rest of the year. Now this is my book journal, my reading journal for any books that I've read. This is the boy and dog cover, which I just love this cover. I keep this in a bag. I've been using the 2023 bag that they gave us for free, but I don't really like the canvasy feel of it, so I might go back to a kind of a soft fabric bag that I picked up from Daiso. So I haven't read anything yet for 23. But so this is going to be my page once I cover it in. I don't know if you can see that. And then I will start here, but to give you an idea of what this looks like. So this is what I do. I've seen other readers print out photos of the books that they plan to read or have read. Instead, I like to draw in the covers, color it in with watercolor. I have a start date, stop date of when I read the book, whether it was an ebook, regular book. Lately, I've been doing ebooks just because it's easier on my eyes. The genre of the book, and then how many stars I gave it. Obviously, the stars and all that stuff is my opinion. You may have something different. If I have final thoughts, I would put it over here on the side. I didn't have it for this one because this is a reread. So, and it's been sort of fun and interesting to doodle in my sketch of the book and then coloring it in. And this was I'm going to try and read this again. Everybody seems to really like the book, and so I really want to try to read it this year. So this is my reading journal tracker. So that is in the Boy Dog zip cover. So I'll put him up there. He will make an appearance only if I do any reading and then sketching that I want to share with you. Now let's go to my, it's a lot, right? I wasn't kidding. This is my cousin, A5, 5-year diary. Now in this one, I've decided to doodle in it every day. Once again, I made this cover because I couldn't find anything that I liked. So I made my own. I like Bob's Burger. So, and the bag that I got this from was a bag that my sister saved for me from Amazon. She bought something from Amazon. They sent her this bag her items were in this bag, and then she saved me the bag. And so I cut it up. I think for this one, I can't remember if it's cardboard or like some sort of item in a box. So let's do a flip through of this. Again, the drawings and doodles are kind of silly, but they are for me because I want to see if I will improve as I do this every day. So here is for New Year's Day, first day. I drew a snowy owl. So I live in Southern California, and a snowy owl was discovered in Orange County in a city called Cypress. And it's been there since December 27. They weren't too sure how it showed up, but it's been hanging out on the roofs of different houses over there. And so I wanted to draw him. So that's what he looks like. And then down here, I put the year. So my plan is to draw the item over here on the side, right? So 23, I don't know, maybe 2024 here or over here, but I will have 5 years of doodles over here. And then on this side, I plan to write whatever the thing I did. And then over here, I put the weather. So this is for the first. Here's the second. The second was the Rose Bowl Parade. And the jets that they have fly over, they do fly over our house as they leave the Rose Bowl or the Rose Parade in the mornings. And so on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, no, it was Monday. On the second, they had, instead of the Stealth Bomber, they had the B-1B Lancer. And so there were 2 of them. I just drew one. And so this is sort of what it looks like when you're looking at it from below as it's flying over you. It was really cool, and there were 2 of them, but I only drew one. So this was Tuesday the 3rd. This is a spoonbill bird, and that's what it looks like. It's in Florida. And so I've been watching a bird's nest, an eagle's nest. This one is in Southwest Florida. The photo was recorded by the Southwest Eagle. I will link their YouTube video down below, their channel, and Ladyhawk. I will also link her channel down below if you're interested. But if you want to see what a baby eagle looks like, they are currently hatching right now. So Sorry about that. They are currently hatching. So, so on the 4th, which was Wednesday, it was starting to break through. So this is one of its parents' toes. And then you can see the beak right there. And I was trying to draw the egg as it was cracking through. So I don't know if you can tell. And then that's the egg, or the beak peeking through the broken eggshell as it was trying to escape. And so its mom is Harriet, and the father, his name is M15, which I discovered means male 15. So yesterday, Thursday, he finally hatched. So they're calling the eagle E21, as in Eagle 21. Here's the weather again. So when I turned it on this morning, you could see the little chick. Here is the second egg right here. And then this is the egg that he or she broke out of. So it was kind of cute. It's very, very fuzzy right now. So again, I will link their website, not their website, their YouTube channel down below, so you can see them. So they'll show the nest and one of the parents keeping them warm. And then from time to time, one of the parents, you know, it'll get up to exercise. The other one may bring something to eat to feed the parent that was on the nest as well as the baby. So right now we're watching to see if the second egg is going to hatch. But this is what the little baby looks like. And it's in a square box because I was trying to indicate that it was like a photo, right? Versus that was also captured from YouTube, like this, where this was generally a photo. And so I wasn't too sure if I liked it like this or like this. But it also made me compartmentalize the photo. So I was trapped within the square to try to keep my image small. Today's Friday, so I don't have anything down for this. Now this is something I'm hoping to show you once a week so that you can see my progress of what I'm drawing every day and then what I drew the past week. So this is the A5 Hobonichi diary. Words are hard today. See, can you see that? Okay. Now, the last thing I want to show you, and this is my last planner, is my A5 cousin. This is Angus. This is Bruce. So you can see what it looks like now. And I may do a quick flip through of my 2022 cousin here in a little bit in a different video. So here I've been using this part as a book release. Someone also said you can use this as an index, which I think is also a great idea. So this is for December. I did a little bit of decorating. I took a class, participated in a class called HB90 during the midweek of December. Over here was a different class that I took. So this was a memo. A little bit of decorating. Now for January, there is a 100-day writing challenge that's going to start on the 14th, which I plan to participate in. I wasn't too sure how I wanted to use the monthly layout, so I went ahead and just put a little bit of decoration, a little bit of stickers. The days I marked down for street cleaning. Again, my mom's birthday was yesterday. I marked down the days that my husband has his jobs on Saturday. And then, again, I'm not too sure how I'm going to use this. I may mark down classes that I might be taking over here. So this is the monthly. And then in the weekly layout, and this is something, once again, that I pull out in the morning when I'm working on these two. I will also set this up. Again, I don't pre-plan here either. And I just, the only pre-planning I may do is put down the washi tape, any packages that I will be receiving. And again, this is stuff that's trickling in from things that we purchased in December. So packages are here. This was last week's layout. So this is the last week of December. So you can see I used some stickers to show that I was writing. And since I could not get into this book, which is my writing journal, I kept the information down here. So again, start word count, end word count, start of the page, end of the page, and then the total word count I did for that day. And then I just marked down what my chores were for that day, what I wanted to try to finish and or accomplish that day. So I would write them down. If I had the appropriate stickers, I would put them down. These stickers are actually from Humble Chan, from her package to me and Bruce. So I went ahead and carefully ripped them out and put them in here. Bruce had his heart meds again. And so this is what this looks like. And then this is for this week. Again, my washi. This is from a sticker book from, oh my goodness, what's that place called? Michael's, that I purchased a few years ago online. So you can take advantage of their coupons, as well as if you sign up for their newsletter, as well as, I don't know what they're called anymore. They used to be called the Ebates back in the day. And Michael's is part of their programming. So you can also, on a good day, you can also take advantage and kind of double up on like cash back and stuff, and coupons and things like that. So again, packages that I'm expecting is over here. And then this is what the week looked like. So today I do have laundry that I need to do, and then I gave myself a checklist. So I worked on this morning when I got up, of what I needed to do today. And then you can see what the past couple of days look like. So tomorrow, I think my husband might have a job tomorrow. And so I will, once he leaves, work out what I need to do for Saturday. But as you can see, we've had almost 3 days of rain, which we need in California. So this is what this looks like. And when I started this, I need to work on this, which is turning the page to a new year. I'm just thinking of writing a letter to myself of how I want the year to be. I'm not sure. For the January page, which is basically a blank page, I decided to go back to my currently. I try to use a gel pen. I have a lot of gel pens. And as you can see, it's smeared. So what I did was, once I wrote the word, I got a piece of paper and ran my hand over it to get the extra ink off. I forgot that it smeared, and so that's what happened here. So this is my currently page of what I hope to do this month. So I gave myself a bunch of to-dos and then books to read. And I think I have one in my library ebook that I need to check out and download into my iPad. So I will write that down here. My goal was to not bulk up this planner for 2023. I was hoping not to put any photos in, but because I don't have anything that I'm using where I can keep photos, I decided that if I'm going to do photos, to try to go on the smaller side and try not to stack it up, because I'm hoping to try to keep a decently thin planner. You'll see what I mean if you watch. I'm going to probably film that next, my 2022, where you can see how thick it got. And then you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is our annual selfie photo of myself, my husband, and Bruce. He's here in the middle. I put the weather on top because I do like keeping track of the weather. And then some of the things that we did, or I did today, which was the gardening stuff. And I'm trying to use up the stickers that I have and the washi. This is the second. Here is the plane that actually flew over. Let me stand up because I was on the floor so you can see what it looks like. So that's the actual, it was a B-1B Lancer. That was pretty cool. And then you can see the snow up in the mountains. So this was the second with the Rose Parade. Over here is Bruce. Again, I didn't want to put so many photos down, but it was so funny because Bruce and the cat, Kit Kat, was on the bed with me, and Kit Kat was there first, then Bruce came, and the cat was kind of putting his toes next to Bruce's nose, and I just thought it was really funny. And so since I don't have a normal, journal where I can dump all the photos, I decided to print them out and put them here. So this is the third. Again, 2 things that I wrote about, the weather. And then this was Wednesday. The blanket was given to us from one of my neighbors. And my dog, Bruce, really loves it. And he has his own Christmas blanket. And then here's Cat asleep. And then no photos on this day, but a lot of writing of different things that happened. So I did it down like this. Again, more weather on top. Today's Friday, so I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna work on that later today. And so that's the other thing I wanted to mention, was to finish out the day. So I give myself a work time because I work from home. I work part-time for my husband. So I gave myself a schedule of, we get up at about 5, I stop at about 3, no matter what I'm doing. And then after 3, I pull out my planners to fill in what I need to fill in here or in here. Once I finish exercising, I will fill it out in here. And then over here, I will journal what I did that day. And then in here, I will try, during the day, I will see an interesting photograph. I will sketch it and watercolor it that day. And then, yeah, so the reading I generally do at night. Bruce, as the day happens, I will fill in his. And yeah, and then there's my diary that I fill in at night. So these are all the planners that I am using for 2023. Once again, my happy planners, fitness, everyday, my diary, Bruce's. This is my writing journal, which again, you won't see. This is my A5 5-year writing adventure. You're not going to see this either. This is my A5 cousin doodle, which you will see, my reading journal. And then this is my Hobonichi cousin. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you would like to see after the pen videos of my journals. And you know what I didn't show you? One more thing. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. In here, I created a bills. This was the biggest reason why I went back to the Happy Planner, was that I wanted to keep track of my bills. So I'm showing you a blank page of what it looks like. So my bills due, the amount that's due, or the amount that's owed, the amount that we paid, and then we paid it. Then I would put a little red mark. I do have one for January, which I pulled out. And again, I didn't show you, but I just remembered. So that is what this looks like. And again, this is something that you won't see because it will be filled out. And I don't think my husband wants me to share that. So that is it for now. I will hopefully be back next week with an after the pin video